everybody, I'm Steph.
I'm Michael.
And today we're checking out Nature.
From North Star Games.
Yes.
This game plays 1 to 4 players, and the box has a box game play time of 30 to 45 minutes. However, this is largely dependent on the modules that you're playing with. If you're playing with 0 modules,
It'll
modules
be
at all,
pretty quick.
it says the rule book says a game length of 45 minutes. If you're playing with 2 modules, you're going from 4 rounds of play to 6, and then it's a 90-minute game.
Okay, so the more modules you add, the longer the playtime.
And the rules say that you can add up to 2 modules. So I don't know if that has changed. Disclaimer: this was a prototype version sent to us by North Star Games. Some of the components and some of the rules may slightly differ. So be sure to check in your current copy of your rules and be advised that they may be ever so slightly different from mine. However, a lot of these rules came from the original inspiration for Nature, Evolution and Evolution Climate, both of which I own and have played. So for people who are wondering, who like Evolution and are considering Nature, I do have to say the one major thing different between them, and that is Nature is less cutthroat and otherwise said as it's less mean than Evolution.
Yeah, because even if your species dies, it'll come back in the next round.
Yes.
Without your cards or whatever, but you'll have your stuff. So
yes,
you're not totally out of the water if someone comes and eats you.
Exactly.
So I will say that it is less mean, like you said. So
thanks to Dominic at North Star Games for providing us this prototype copy of Nature, the deluxe version that includes modules 1 through 5. But he didn't give it to us in exchange for this video. He gave it to us because he knows we like to play all the games. So let's take a look at this while I teach you all the rules. So, as I mentioned, you are going to play with 0 to 2 expansions. What do we have? We've got the Rainforest expansion, the Arctic Tundra expansion, the Natural Disasters expansion, the Jurassic expansion, and the Flight expansion. I've got to say, each of these expansions can be, as far as I know, can be purchased individually. I have only seen Jurassic and Flight in the wild when we were at Gen Con last week, along with the normal small box version of Nature. That's probably about, I'd say, 2/3 the size of this box.
Right. And
each of the modules are also that size box. They sort of standardize the size of these boxes. So we're currently have 0 modules in this. Each player is going to take a food bag. You're going to start off with 1 size 1 token and 1 population token. This obviously is the size of your species. This is the population, how many of that size 1 species you have. So this 1 is not the same as 1 token. Keep that in mind. This is 1 size 1, basically. Shuffle up all of your cards, your Nature cards, and each player will receive 5 at the start of the game. 1 player is going to be chosen as the start player, and they're going to take this leopard. You're going to need the watering hole. You're going to draw 1 card from the top, and you see I've got a little 3 on the edge of this card. That is a multiplier that lets everyone know what the food count should be every round. So, because I have drawn a 3 and we are a 2-player game, 3 times 2 is 6. 6 food in the watering hole. The goal of Nature is to eat.
Hell yeah.
I like eating.
We're hungry.
Yes. At the end of the game, we're going to score 1 point per each plant token and meat token. It doesn't matter if it's plant or meat. Food is food, right? 1 point for every one that goes in your little cute little food bag. I love this. It's really nice.
So cute.
Nicely done food bag. And 2 points for each surviving species. How do you make a species survive? You want to make sure to not let other creatures eat it. By default, animals are plant eaters. You can see on here that this is a plant eater because there is a plant symbol on the top here, and one natural defense. One plant, one defense. If this were to ever turn into or evolve into a meat eater, on the other side, you see it here on the other side, one with a predator icon and one shell on here. So
now he doesn't like grass.
And then he won't like grass. He won't like to eat plants. He wants to eat meat.
Yeah.
So with 0 modules, we're playing 4 rounds. So first thing you're going to do is to add food to the watering hole. Take the number of plant tokens as determined during setup and put them on the watering hole. And they're added to any plant tokens that might be left over from the previous round. So that's when we put the 6 on there, I believe. Let me see. Yeah. Yes, because you determine that's how many you're gonna put on there. So it's already pre-done for us. Each player will draw 5 cards from the nature deck. There is no maximum hand size. So if I had these from last round, I will have 5 more in addition. So I'll have 10 total. Then you give a new species to each player. Each player takes one of these 1 and 1. So I've already started myself off with what I need for my first species. So after the first round, if for some reason we have had any of our creatures eaten or any otherwise lost, you will have retained, perhaps, let's say that I lost this species. I will put it over to the side, and whenever my next turn comes, I will start off with a size 2, perhaps, the one that I get for free and the one that I lost. In addition to the one population that I have, I also add the one that I lost. So I currently have, with my new one, instead of another one of these, I will have a size 2 creatures in this species. These are 2 separate species. So maybe this happened on round 2 or round 3 if you had eaten, let's say I had this during round 2 and Steph ate this. Round 3, I will have something like this. Or if I had made him bigger during round 2 and Steph ate it, maybe it comes in as a size 3.
But it can't go above a 4.
It can't go above a 4. That's the biggest one we got. So anything above that, if I'm not mistaken, is lost. So this is what I'm going to have at the start of the game. During the preparation phase. So then we're going to do the adapting phase, starting with the first player and then going clockwise. We're going to play cards from our hand. You can choose to gain population. Take a card from your hand and discard it into the face-up discard pile. I'm not going to use this. All I'm going to do is use this to go to size 2. Just like that. Oh, sorry. Actually, that is gaining size. You can also discard a card to gain population. Just like that. So, actually, they say stack the token on top. That is a good visual representation of it, that you have a size 2, not just the number, but how tall it is.
Now it's big.
Now I've got 2 size 2s. Or I can discard a third one and immediately put a 3 on top. I'm getting bigger and bigger all the time.
Whoa.
Yep. So, but I'm using our cards for that. You could play a card for a trait. Well, that's why I discarded that one, because maybe I wanted this one. It's opportunistic. It says after any of your species forages or hunts, then this species eats 2 meat if there's food in the watering hole. Well, he can eat meat as long as it is able to eat some, as long as there's something in that watering hole, he will get to get the 2 meat if there is any plants in the watering hole. Or maybe I've got social plus 2 meat when eating meat. Well, if I'm going to do something like this, I'm probably going to want one of those predatory cards. I can take this
or if you have the opportunistic, it's getting meat, so
it's getting
it plays
meat.
off of itself.
Yeah, so maybe I want to take this predatory. This is just a free action. This does not require that I play a card from my hand. I just take it. Boom, I am now not like a gorilla. I'm more like a lion, as you see from here. So there's one catch. A species can have no more than 3 trait cards. So
you're locked out of more.
That's correct. Now I can no longer forage from plants in the watering hole. I only eat meat. Here's a problem. If I can't eat Steph's creatures because she's very defended, which is the little turtle shell, and I can't eat mine, guess who I have to eat?
Your own.
Mine.
Your other species.
I have to eat my own.
Aww.
But if he can't eat, he will die.
Yep. Don't like that.
Don't like that. Keep that in mind. So, you can remove traits from any of your species. If you wanted to stop being predatory, you can do that. Boom! I am now a plant eater again, an herbivore. If I wanted to keep this and I wanted to get through some of your defenses, I can get rid of this and maybe play another card in its place. Maybe you got the fast trait and I need the fast trait to keep up with you, which I'll talk more about that in a second. You can keep 1 or more cards to play as food during the feeding phase. Behold, I've got some food up in the corner of these cards. But we will talk more about that in a second. Oh yeah, Steph has one that has 2 plant and 2 hunt. Some of them show
extra defense. Yep.
But anyway, so once I've finished my action, Steph will take her turn. Then we're going to go into the feeding phase. Every species population is hungry. A hungry population is one that doesn't have a plant or a meat on it. Every one of these population tokens is going to eat exactly 1 food, no more, no less. When it's your turn, you're going to choose 1 hungry species to forage from the watering hole or hunt another species. If you can't, you have to choose 1 population to die of starvation. Flip over that population. Look, is nothing but bones now. Just like this. And then you place this next to your food bag. Remember what happens to lost things?
It comes back.
It comes back next time. Bloop. Just like that on the new species.
But that's 1 less food you'd be getting. So
yes. So if all of your remaining population tokens have been fed, you're just going to pass. So let's talk about foraging. My baseline forage value is 3 because I'm a size 3. It might be increased by other things. So I can take a maximum of 3 on a forage action. However, I only can eat 2 because I only have 2. 1, 2, just like that.
Probably should have thought about that.
I don't run out of cards. So, obviously, if there's nothing left in there, well, I might be out of luck. If I have a forage value of 3, but there's only 1 plant token in there, I'm only going to get to eat 1 plant token.
Maybe you had a card.
Well, we're going to talk about that here. So, if I were predatory, as I mentioned before, I am going to eat another species. I must hunt if there's available prey. If I am hungry and, whoops, let me take that off. And they have a hunt value equal to or greater than that turtle shell value of its intended prey. Let's say that Steph had one that was just as big. She has 3 defense. I have 3 defense or 3 attack. I can attack her.
Aww.
But she could also attack me.
Yeah.
Because it's the same value. If she had a 4, I can't attack her. Or if I had a 4, she can't attack me. If you had food on it and I eat this population, then this just goes back to the food tray, not to the watering hole.
Back here.
So, and I am going to eat food based on the size of the hunted species. If I eat a larger species, I'm going to get more meat. So, put those meat tokens on your population. Anytime during your turn, you can discard 1 or more cards, not for the value up top. It's the value down here at the bottom. You see the 4, which is the same as this little multiplier number down here. This will give me, you can do this before your species feeds or after. This will let you put food in the watering hole. Not directly, you are putting it in the watering hole. Boom. Now 4 extra makes that 6 turn into 10. And now I can maybe eat from the watering hole. I probably don't want to do it after I've eaten because that's just going to give Steph an opportunity to get some free eating. So, when a species loses its last population token, which could be from starvation, or when I eat her species,
So
then we're going to place the population token and the size token next to her food bag. And remember, she's going to get that back next turn. She's going to add 3 and 1 to her next token. Hey, now she's got a 4. So then we're going to go into cleanup phase. All the plant and meat tokens on top of the population tokens, you're going to put that in your food bag. Each of those, like I said, is going to be worth 1 point. Any plant tokens in the watering hole stay, and you're going to add more based on this card right here. The game ends after round 4, and you're going to basically count up 1 point for each of the food in the bag, 2 points for each of these species that survive. So it doesn't matter how many of these there are, this is still only worth 2 points. So don't get too sad if you lose your species. It's only 2 points. Ultimately, you could have one species that had a lot of population that's just eating like crazy. That's going to more than make up for the 2 points that you lose from not having one of the species. If there is a tie for points at the end of the game, whoever has the most traits on the surviving species will win. If there's still a tie, the first person to make an animal sound wins. Just like that. It says, just kidding, you both win. No, animal sound. It's got to be animal sound.
Yeah. That's nature.
That's nature. Like I say, much less cutthroat because you're keeping your size and your population tokens for the next round.
When we played originally in Prototype last year, we played with the birds and we played with disasters.
Natural disasters.
Natural disasters.
I love those.
Pure chaos. So if you're looking for some craziness.
Let me tell you one of them.
That's a good expansion.
And I don't know if it still exists, but the natural disaster we had was a comet that came through or an asteroid or whatever. This is what it said to do. Take everybody's traits, shuffle them up, place them out on the different species. I've got this fast something or other thing that was social, and I don't know what I had. I'm like, this doesn't work.
Don't get attached.
Don't get attached.
If you're playing with disasters, because craziness happens.
Oh, it was crazy. All right.
It was crazy, but it was fun. It was still fun.
There's a lot of different things that are introduced, new rule sets with with the Arctic and disasters and Flight Jurassic with all the different expansions. So make sure to check out each of those rules to find out what gets changed in each.
Yep, it's cool. So check out Nature
from North Star Games.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this rules teach and you want to see more just like it, then come find us on YouTube. Search for Board Gamer Steph and be sure to like and subscribe. There you're going to find 1,800 plus videos that we have overviews, rules teaches, playthroughs, top 10 videos, and weekly recaps of all the fun games we play. Because you know we play all the games.
All the games.
Or even better, you can join us live on twitch.tv/BoardGamerSteph. We stream every Wednesday and Sunday night at 5 p.m. Central. And we bring you 3 games and usually a lot more every single stream. So come join us on Twitch where we play all the games.
And for those on Twitch, we'll be right back.
Rawr.